second one didn't go out on Monday, but anyway, we had some problems. At least I did, maybe with my email. We have 3 speakers tonight, actually 4, but Don is just going to keep it very brief in between speakers. Mark Agatowski is a mechanical engineer, and he's been working in the engineering field for a long time, so he finally decided to quit all that. He's a numerical milling machine specialist. He decided to make some real money by getting into the e-bike business. So I suppose let him elaborate on that.
That's the plan, at least. Okay. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's meeting, the theme of which is electric bicycles. More specifically, I will be talking about consumer electric bicycles. I have it. Can anybody give it?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So, in a nutshell, products that have been designed from the ground up with the consumer in mind, manufactured as such, and they are available through the regular retail channels worldwide. My name is Mark Agatowski, and I'm co-founder and president of Evolution Bikes. We are located in North Vancouver. Here's my little pointer. Right a couple blocks east of the Second Avenue Bridge, right off the Oxide Highway. It's a new business park. Our game base, so to speak. We are a distributor and retailer of higher-end electric bikes. Right now we have 2 main suppliers. They both come from Europe. The first one is called VH Motion, and that's a Spanish company, and the second one, Great Bikes, which is a German company. But VH Motion is a relatively new name in the electric bicycle business. However, the mother company, which is VH Bikes, they've been around for over 100 years, and they're really famous for ultralight racing bikes, pro-level equipment. So anybody is following, I don't know, Tour de France or Tour of Spain or Tour of anything really, the name of VH Bike you should be familiar with. The company also makes their major manufacturer of fitness equipment in Europe. So with this kind of expertise and experience and tradition, it's a little wonder that within just a few years they managed to design and introduce to the market almost 40 different models of electric bicycles. Quite an incredible number. And the market took it very well in Europe, at least. They've been awarded, the products are receiving major awards pretty much every major bicycle show worldwide. The most recent one, for me, a couple of weeks ago in Taipei International Bike Show, the Volleyball was awarded as the best volley e-bike. As a matter of fact, by a German company called Extra Energy, international authority for e-bike testing and promotion. So that's one thing. Another one, for instance, this bicycle, which is part of the Neo line, that's what they call it. In 2011, Eurobike show, which is the biggest bicycle show in the world, in Friedrichshafen, Germany. Award for best new product and best design. So as you can see on the slide, for instance, the battery, which is right here, we managed to integrate it really nicely in the frame, so that provides a streamlined look. You can't really tell it's an electric bike. The company actually behind the design of this particular line, which is Item down there,
they provided a concept for this particular shape, and they also working with the VH Emotion on this, which is going to be an electric city rental bike. Now, for those of you who travel to Europe, you obviously notice that every major city in pretty much every country in Europe has some sort of a bicycle rental infrastructure happening, run either privately or by the municipality. The system is really popular and does extremely well. So what they're trying to do right now, cities are trying to add electric bikes to the rental selection, and the manufacturers obviously follow that. So here's an example of what they come up with. Next slide. The other company we deal with, which is the German company, Great Bikes, also a new name in the electric bike business. However, the core group of designers and engineers, they come from a variety of industries, including automotive, F1 racing, aerospace. So altogether, they provide a huge pool of knowledge and know-how. In result, the bike line, the product line that they introduce to the market is the highest possible level of technological advancement possible. There's hardly anything like it on the planet. And it's not an empty statement, actually. The company has been recognized for the expertise by a major OEM, and they've been actually awarded a contract which includes design, engineering, and manufacturing of this. And if you look at this little picture on the frame, that is a smart car logo. And sure enough, this is a smart electric bike. Cool. Yeah. So unfortunately, it's going to be available only through a Mercedes-Benz dealer. So if you want to get one, you have to go and visit the local showroom, and please do mention truly yours. Thank you. But yeah, let's just give you an example of what kind of suppliers, what kind of companies we're dealing with, and what kind of products we're trying to bring to the market. Going back to the more general topic, a lot of people always ask, okay, what's the purpose for electric bicycles? So where do we place them between a regular bike and a gas-powered moped and a scooter and a motorcycle and any other vehicle? So, and there's also a number of hardcore cyclists that will call this concept cheating, right? But you're not supposed to have any sort of assistance on a bicycle. The truth is, in many continents, being again Europe or Asia or South America, electric bikes are incredibly popular, and the number of those bikes sold every year is just growing exponentially. So there must be something behind it, right? And there must be a reason for that. And I came up with a few basic reasons or concepts why people would choose electric bikes. And right on top, a couple of numbers. In 2010, for instance, 200,000 electric bicycles were sold in Germany, and this estimate about 120 million of e-bikes on the road to China. Few reasons why. On average, charging a battery costs 5 cents, that's North American price. Compare that to filling a gas tank. If anybody is driving a car in the room, you visit gas station, $60 later, it's pretty hard. E-cyclists relax on the hills and enjoy a headwind.
It's pretty much self-explanatory, especially in the lower mainland. We always have some hills here and there and everywhere. There's bridges, there's that you have to climb. The best thing best example I can think of, it's a true story. When you take an e-bike up to Cyprus or Mount Timor on a weekend day, and as you take over yet another group of really tired mountain bikers, and you wave and you smile, and they look at you in bewilderment, and you think, this is pretty cool. Well, travel up to 100 kilometers on a single charge. This is a broad statement. Of course, it depends how much power you draw from the battery, right? If you keep riding around on a full boost, it's not going to last 100 kilometers, but you will last, probably depending on the model, on a 40, 50, 60 kilometers, no problem.
How long is it up to Mount Timor? It's only, what, 5 miles or something?
From the bottom?
Yeah.
It's a little more than that.
It's 10 kilometers or something like that.
Oh,
so
yeah.
The average bike would basically make it up there on its own?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and you're flying about a mile.
Yeah.
About a mile in altitude.
Yeah.
Altitude.
To the upper parking, it's 4,000 meters. 900 something? I don't remember exactly. The average speed for bicycles in an urban environment is about 50-20 kilometers an hour, which is the same, if not more, than motor vehicles. Again, this is self-explanatory. Every time we get stuck in the traffic and you go downtown, you watch cyclists using bikes. That's clearly an advantage. The batteries on the Model 3 carry, and this is pretty common for all lithium-ion batteries. They reach about 80% of charge in an hour or hour and a half. Next one, a good bicycle infrastructure costs 10 to 20 times less than one needed for cars. Parking space, same thing, 15 times less. E-bikes are beneficial for all ages. I like this statement because e-bikes truly allow a lot of people get into biking, people that otherwise wouldn't be able to. People with bad knees, people with bad hips, people with bad backs, people with heart conditions, older people, people who don't have a lot of stamina for whatever reasons. Electric bikes, let them enjoy it, let them ride it, and there's no problem with that. E-bike adds to quality of life, and not because of the benefits to the environment, but also because it allows the riders to enjoy sitting and surroundings more. Again, it ties up with the previous point. The more people ride bikes, the better for all of us. The better for the city, the better for the planet, and everyone else. In addition to being less intrusive in the landscape, it fosters greater social communication and equity. E-bikes provide a fantastic topic for conversation. And in the last hour outside, a number of people came over to look at it, and everybody liked it. People asking questions, people taking by spin, they come back with a huge grin on their faces. Pretty good. And the last but not least, you will never grow tired of this exercise. As I just said, riding e-bike is fun. It truly is. So, classification of electric 2-3 wheeled vehicles as per ICDC Motor Vehicle Act. E-bikes being relatively new items, the government had to classify them somehow and decide whether they need insurance and license or not. And this is how Transport Canada classifies e-bikes. So first category is an electric bike or motor assist cycle. It is a 2- or 3-wheeled cycle with a seat, pedals,
and an electric motor up to 500 watts. A motor-assisted cycle cannot be gas-powered. Maximum assisted speed of 30 kilometers an hour. Now, this is a little confusing, and people ask, well, so they don't go faster than that? Well, yes, they do. Of course they do, but the assistant, the controller senses the speed, and as you approach 32 kilometers an hour, it delivers less and less and less and less energy. And then eventually, if you go over that limit, there's no boost anymore. No license insurance is required. Some e-scooters fall into this category as well. So yeah, there's a number of scooters on the market on the streets of Vancouver. Electric scooters with pedals, and that's they fall into this category, no license and insurance. Word of caution, because a lot of people remove pedals because they don't really do anything. If you do that, you might get a ticket. True story. That's how it is. The second category, which is limited speed motorcycles or LCMs, they are classified as low-powered motorcycles that rely on motor power and are generally not equipped with bicycle-style pedals. The maximum motor power has to be less or equal to 1500 watts. Maximum assisted speed is limited to 20 kilometers an hour on level without pedaling. Now, for those bad boys, you need registration, insurance, and license. So, if you on the picture is one of the great electric motorcycles that come with the 1500, I think 1500 watt motors, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, the maximum speed, assisted speed is about 70 kilometers an hour. In Europe, they have it broken down a little more into four categories. First one is called pedelec, which requires pedaling to propel. It has also limited power and maximum speed, so this is similar to the first Canadian category.
That's the ones you had out there.
Sorry?
The ones you had out there is like that?
One of them, the city bike, yes.
Okay.
The second category, which is e-bike, with pedals and self-propelling capabilities, that's the mountain bike. That's an example of that. So you can, it will actually move on its own if needed. Then they have e-scooters with or without pedals, self-propelling capability and also limited power and maximum speed. And then they have e-motorcycle, which is equivalent to the second Canadian category. Same power limit, 1500 watts and 70 kilometers top speed. Now those things, they can get pretty wild in terms of design and mechanics and technical advancement. There's a couple of slides showing the little details. How much work and how much detail they put into this, including, for instance, NC color marks on the part of design and texture. It's quite spectacular. Second one, they come with the headlights, high beams, low beams, forward buttons, computer, telling you all kinds of information and such. So that's for the limited speed motorcycles. Just how efficient are bicycles in general? Bicycles are completely ingenious. The design of the concept of the bicycle is unparalleled to anything else out there, really. And if you look at the numbers, the first bullet, average bicycle is 5 times more efficient than walking. An average person, 175 pounds, riding a bicycle at 50 miles per hour burns 515 calories an hour. compared to a vehicle, gas-fired vehicle. Gallon gasoline contains about 31,000 calories. If a person could drink gasoline, then a person could ride about 912 miles on a gallon of gas. So that's how efficient bicycle is. So as I mentioned, that design ingenuity plus recent battery development. On the last few years, they've come really long way. The batteries these days are tiny, are powerful, and clean. They're safe. Looking only a few years back, for instance, an average electric bicycle didn't look nowhere near as they look right now today. It was just a bunch of random parts slapped around a regular bicycle frame. It didn't look really good. They were using lead-acid batteries, heavy, not very efficient, leaky, messy. Not the case anymore. Everything these days is enclosed, safe, clean. There's no nothing. So yeah, as I mentioned, the recent development made it possible and relatively easy to commercially manufacture a good quality e-bike. Most popular types of batteries used to power e-vehicles are obviously lithium-ion with the energy density around. It varies from manufacturer to manufacturer, but between 250 and 20 watt-hours per liter. Be good for anywhere between 400 and 1200 cycles. Full charge, discharge. The second popular type is the lithium-ion phosphate. Similar energy density. They're good for about 2000 cycles. They all come these days with the fail-safe circuitry. The reason for that is I'm not. My background is mechanical, so I'm a super specialist about batteries and battery packs. But I believe when you discharge the lithium-ion battery below a certain level, they heat up and they might explode, right?
Yeah, lithium-ion has to be kept in a certain range.
Yeah, that's right. There you go. So that's why they have the implement fail-safe secret inside the battery pack. Work in progress. What's coming up next? Solid-state batteries, lithium-ion. Those designs have potential to deliver 3 times the energy density versus typical lithium-ion, at less cost per kilowatt hour. In this particular design, there is no liquid electrolytes and binary separators. And by doing this, the energy density or the material, the active material inside can be utilized to almost full potential, 95%. Potassium ion battery is a fairly new invention, 2004. This battery is using Prussian blue as a cathode material. It's super stable, and according to the research prototypes, it could be successfully used for millions of cycles. Again, the future will tell whether it looks very promising. The nanowire battery, it's another type of lithium-ion battery, also a new invention, 2007. And the different materials used for anodes. They use silicon nanowires that replaces the traditional graphite anode electrodes. So again, this technology allows to store around 10 times more lithium and graphite and gas a lot for greater energy density in a battery. Okay, that's about that. Possible commercial uses of electric bicycles. Now this is other than a typical consumer, a typical rider. So bicycles can be used for law enforcement people, the bicycle police force, can be used for postal delivery, can be used for courier companies around downtown Tours, for instance. It could be used for city workers, park workers, hydrometer readers, rental companies, etc. So that is possible use, commercial use of e-bikes. So this concludes the presentation. Thank you very much, and I'm open to questions now. Assuming they're not really tricky.
I noticed you have two types of motors on the bikes you brought. One is a central motor hidden underneath in the center by the pedal shaft, and the other one is a hub motor. Which do you prefer? Would you recommend?
Actually, we carry, I brought two bikes with me, but in our line we have three different systems, which is Samsung, one is Samsung, one is Panasonic, one is Bosch. The Panasonic system, down the central one, the advantage of that is, because it's so compact and so low to the ground, it feels really, really natural. The center of gravity of the whole system is very, very central and very low. There's absolutely no difference, no learning curve when you switch from regular bike to that particular model. It feels 100% natural. The one with the motor in the rear hub is similar. It gives you more initial acceleration, which is also partially because it's a different system, different controller, so it's part of that too. But I would compare this to driving front wheel drive car and rear wheel drive. Right? It's technically they move you from A to B, the same, but it feels different, right? So it's similar. It's not good. Yes.
How much of a difference does it make having, like, I'm assuming the one with the motor's in the middle of the bike, the motor also goes to the gear changer as well? Does that make a big difference when you're riding it?